I have some massive news to break down for you guys. There's been some drama going on after multiple celebrities fired back at JP Mandel or JD Vance over his comments about women. He has made nasty comments about childless cat ladies, and now we have a newly resurfaced video where JD Vance says women should stay in violent marriages, quote, for the sake of their kids. JD Vance totally ignores the fact that kids growing up in a violent household will be worse off than kids with separated parents. We'll break that down, but first, JD Vance attacked Jennifer Anniston as disgusting after Jennifer Aniston slammed him for his childless cat lady comments. Vance also implied that Aniston had creepy thoughts about his 2-year-old daughter. This is some wild stuff. So during an interview with the Megyn Kelly show, Trump running mate JD Vance addressed the criticism he has received for resurfaced 2021 comments, calling those without children as being, quote, childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives. And Caroline Leavitt, Trump's spokeswoman, tried to cover it up and say, oh, JD Vance cushioned what he said, but no. He said childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives with no direct stake. Vance received widespread criticism, including a comment from actress Jennifer Anniston. Quote, I truly can't believe this is coming from a potential VP of the United States. All I can say is, Mr. Vance, I pray that your daughter is fortunate enough to bear children of her own one day. I hope she will not need to turn to IVF as a second option because you are trying to take that away from her too. And that is totally correct. I think Jennifer Aniston getting involved and saying that JD Vance is a threat to women's rights all across the country is a huge step forward. People are finally beginning to pay attention, and the timing is actually pretty good because VP Harris just stepped up a little under a week ago, so now all of these young women, all of these women are paying attention to the first black woman to be the official candidate of a party, and as all these women are paying attention, JD Vance is hitting the algorithm for his nasty comments about women, so the algorithm is colliding and people are seeing Kamala Harris content, then people are seeing JD Vance say this wild stuff, and hopefully people are able to connect the dots and vote blue. And here's JD Vance responding to these comments.
Obviously, it was a sarcastic comment. I've got nothing against cats. I've got nothing against dogs. I've got one dog at home and I love him, Megyn. But look, this is not, people are focusing so much on the sarcasm and not on the substance of what I actually said. And the substance of what I said, Megyn, I'm sorry.
The substance was also terrible, but this is a classic example of this political doublespeak that everybody in the MAGA movement engages in, mainly Donald Trump and now JD Vance, where you can say something crazy. You can say it multiple times, completely seriously, and then you can say, oh, I was just joking, but you should take me seriously here when I say this, but you shouldn't take me seriously here, but that was serious, but that was a joke. It gets confusing, and I'm starting to think that they're not joking. Here's the resurfaced video of JD Vance that is going viral just today. It already has almost 1 million views.
And this is one of the great tricks that I think the sexual revolution pulled on the American populace, which is this idea that, like, well, okay, these marriages were fundamentally, you know, they were maybe even violent, but certainly they were unhappy, and so getting rid of them and making it easier for people to shift spouses like they change their underwear, that's going to make people happier in the long term. And maybe it worked out for the moms and dads, though I'm skeptical, but it really didn't work out for the kids of those marriages. And
you know what else doesn't work out for the kids of marriages, JD Vance? When both of their parents are fighting and there is violence that they are growing up witnessing. JD Vance and all MAGA Republicans, actually a lot of conservatives for a while have been saying that women should just stay in marriages even when there's abuse going on because that's how it's supposed to be, because of biblical reasons or because that divorce is a sin. There are a lot of reasons, but it's just disgusting, and the more we hear from JD Vance, the more I wonder, did Donald Trump not vet him at all? Did Donald Trump genuinely not go back, or not Donald Trump, but his team should have obviously vetted JD Vance, and that didn't happen. This Lady Gaga clip is from a few months ago, but it really is potent right now because she talks to the women of the country. Leave a like on this video if you love Lady Gaga. Watch.
And to all the women and all the men with daughters and sisters and mothers, everybody, no matter how you identify, now is your chance to vote against Donald Trump, a man who believes his fame gives him the right to grab one of your daughters or sisters or mothers or wives by any part of their bodies. We need you. We need your family. We need your friends. We need your heart. Vote like your life depends on it, or vote like your children's lives depend on it. because they do. Right now is time for action. It's time to muster all of our energy, every ounce of us, every ounce of hope and optimism and enthusiasm, every ounce of fear and frustration and discouragement.
The more celebrities we can mobilize, the better. I know it's a little bit cliche at this point, but I really do think Taylor Swift's voice is incredibly important. If she can endorse VP Harris, and I have a lot of faith that she will, she endorsed President Biden and VP Harris last election and even made cookies for them, but when she does it, if she does it, that they can use this media opportunity, they can latch onto it and explain the threat that Donald Trump poses in a succinct way. Because I have no doubt that if the millions, tens of millions of Taylor Swift fans understood that Donald Trump poses a threat to our democracy, understood the Brad Raffensperger phone call, or even that he appointed Supreme Court justices, and I know that a lot of them do understand, but some people don't understand. I've heard people say that since Roe v. Wade was overturned under Biden, that it's his fault, without understanding that Donald Trump appointed those Supreme Court justices. So the Democrats need to take advantage of the media, take advantage of the celebrities that are behind us. This article also says, though Republican VP nominee JD Vance's remarks about the U.S. being run, quote, by a bunch of childless cat ladies are a few years old, the comments have been going viral. The statements were made during Tucker Carlson Tonight, and they sparked backlash from celebrities, including Jennifer Aniston, Whoopi Goldberg, and her The View co-host, Alyssa Farah Griffin. Quote, we are effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies, JD Vance said. He added, and how does it make sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't have a stake in it? Everybody has a stake in our country, whether you're a 25-year-old who doesn't have a kid or a 50-year-old with 3 kids. I mean, everybody has a stake. JD Vance says, obviously it was sarcastic. After the backlash, now he is being forced to respond. I mean, they really couldn't project this. Even somebody like Marco Rubio would have been a better VP pick because he has been so thoroughly vetted. He ran for president himself and was vetted on the national stage, and all of his skeletons have come out, I think. There are other people like Doug Burgum that would have been better picks, or sprinkle a little bit of diversity on the ticket. That wouldn't hurt, or I guess it would if you're a Republican, because then none of your racist Republican voters would vote for you. The VP candidate took the opportunity to reiterate that he believes the Republican Party is, quote, pro-family, even though they coalesce around a guy who cheated on his wife. You guys know the talking points. And claim Democrats are, quote, an anti-child party, citing politicians who push for children to wear masks amid the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm just going to wrap this up by saying that conservatives don't understand liberal positions whatsoever. They think that we love single-parent households. We hate when there are happy families, but that is not the case whatsoever. We love when people have the freedom to pursue any type of family structure possible. And if you talk to most liberals, 90% of liberals would say that, yeah, 2-parent households are better because that is what the science says. 2-parent households often are better, whether that is 2 men, 2 women, or the more common 1 male, 1 female household. Most liberals will be behind that, and most liberals want families to be happy just like conservatives. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, if you appreciate what I do, leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, have a great day.